What if the heaviest weight you carry isn't in your hands but in your heart? For many seniors, aging doesn't just come with slower steps and aching joints. It really comes with silent burdens, emotional ones. Grief that still lingers. Regret that whispers in the dark. Memories too painful to speak, yet too powerful to forget. This is the emotional weight seniors carry, and the world rarely sees it. You're expected to smile, to be the wise elder, to hold it together for everyone else. But deep inside, there may be wounds that never healed, words you never said, and emotions you were never allowed to feel. You've lived through war and peace, joy and heartbreak, success and sacrifice. And in all of it, you were strong. You stayed silent when it hurt. You protected others from your pain. But now, who protects you? This video isn't about sympathy. It's about freedom. Because no matter how old you are, you still deserve to feel light, to speak your truth, to forgive yourself, to let go, not of the past, but of the pain that doesn't serve you anymore. You don't have to carry it all, so take a breath. Let's walk through this together, gently, honestly, and with deep respect for everything you've been through. Because it's not too late. It's never too late to heal. Let's begin. The hidden burden of aging. When you look at an older person, you may see wrinkles, gray hair, or a slow shuffle. What you don't see is what they carry inside. Behind every calm gaze is a heart that has lived through decades of joy, sorrow, love, and loss. There is a kind of emotional weight that silently builds as we age, and most people don't talk about it. For seniors, this weight isn't always visible, but it is deeply felt. It comes in many forms: the grief of losing a lifelong partner, the pain of watching friends pass one by one, the guilt over mistakes made decades ago, the regret of words never spoken, of dreams deferred or denied, and perhaps the heaviest of all, the loneliness that creeps in, even in a room full of people. Younger generations often overlook this burden because they see old age as a time of rest. They assume you've lived your life and now it's time to relax. But they don't realize that aging doesn't mean you stop feeling. In fact, it means you feel more. Memories become sharper, not duller. The past knocks louder. Emotions once buried rise to the surface. You may have raised children, worked hard, supported a family, and stayed strong through hard times. But in the quiet moments, when no one is around, there is a whisper. Have I truly made peace with my life? That whisper is where the weight lies. And often you've been taught not to speak of it. You were raised in a time when feelings were kept private. You had to stay strong, hold back the tears, and move forward. That silence, while noble, has left many seniors carrying emotions that should have been laid down years ago. But now's the time to acknowledge the emotional backpack you've carried, to open it gently and slowly and look inside, not with judgment, but with compassion. Because your experiences are real. Your emotions are valid and your healing is still possible. No matter your age, you don't have to carry this weight alone. You don't have to bury your truth to protect others. You've done enough of that. It's time to let someone hold space for you, to let your heart breathe, to release, reflect, and reclaim peace. You are not weak for feeling. You are strong for surviving. And now, you deserve to feel light again. Forgiveness is freedom, especially for you. Forgiveness is often spoken of as a gift we give to others, but the deepest and most powerful forgiveness is the kind we give ourselves. Many seniors carry wounds that have nothing to do with others. They're internal, personal, and quiet. Wounds from decades ago. Wounds we try to forget but never truly escape. Maybe it's a mistake you made when you were young, a word you wish you could take back, a person you hurt or someone you failed to help. Maybe it's the way you were treated by others and never stood up for yourself. Maybe it's disappointment in yourself for how certain parts of life turned out. But here's the truth. You've done the best you could with what you had, in the times you lived through, with the challenges you faced. It's time to forgive the person you used to be. The forgiveness isn't saying that the pain never mattered. It's saying that you no longer want that pain to define you. It's not about pretending it didn't hurt. It's about choosing not to carry it any longer. And while forgiving others is important, forgiving yourself is essential. You are not the same person you were back then. Life has shaped you, matured you, softened you. Why continue punishing yourself for choices made by someone who didn't yet have the wisdom you have now? It's okay to feel regret, but don't live in it. Learn from it, grow through it, and let it go. And for those you feel wronged by, forgiveness doesn't mean letting them off the hook. It means freeing yourself from the weight of bitterness. You don't have to call them. You don't have to tell them. This isn't about them, this is about you. Write their name down and say, I release this pain. Write your own name and say, I forgive you. You deserve peace, not someday, not when everything is perfect, but now. Forgiveness is a process, not a moment, but the decision to begin, to lay down that stone, can start today. You've carried it long enough. You've suffered long enough. Now it's time to set yourself free. Speak the truth you've been holding. There's a truth inside you, a truth you've carried for years, maybe even decades. You've held it close, buried it under layers of silence, maybe out of fear, maybe out of love. But silence, over time, becomes heavy. What you never say still lives within you, and it builds. For many seniors, the silence isn't just about protecting others. It's about protecting themselves. You may have told yourself, it's in the past, or it doesn't matter anymore. But that truth still lives within your body, your heart, your thoughts. You may feel like no one would understand, that your words would fall on deaf ears, that your pain isn't worth mentioning. But that is exactly why it must be spoken. Because it matters. Because you matter. It doesn't mean you need to share everything with everyone. It doesn't mean broadcasting your pain to the world. But it does mean giving yourself permission to tell the truth, at least to yourself. Talk to someone you trust, a friend, a counselor, or even your reflection. Write it out in a letter. Cry if you need to. Yell if you must. Whisper if that's all you can manage. But don't keep swallowing your own truth. Because the truth, once spoken, becomes lighter. It begins to heal. You begin to feel whole. You may find that your truth is also someone else's. That your story brings comfort. That your honesty builds connection. That your voice, quiet, aged, and full of grace, is exactly what someone else needed to hear. The shame you carry, the memories that haunt you, the moments you wish you could erase, they lose their power when you put them into words. Speaking your truth is not weakness. It is one of the most courageous things you can do, and it's never too late. Let go of the fear, let go of the judgment, trust that you are safe to share. Your soul will thank you, your body will thank you. And most importantly, your heart will finally begin to heal. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. Letting go. Two simple words, but for many, they feel impossible. Especially in old age, when memories stretch far and wide and the past feels closer than ever. People often misunderstand what it means to let go. They think it means forgetting, erasing what happened, pretending it didn't matter. But letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing peace over pain. It means releasing the grip the past has on your heart. You can love someone deeply and still let go of the sorrow. You can honor a memory without reliving the hurt. You can respect what was lost and still move forward with what remains. Letting go is not about betrayal. It's about freedom. It's about saying this pain has shaped me, but it will not define me. You are not leaving anything behind. You are simply making space for new peace, for new joy, for a lighter heart. Sometimes we hold on to things because they remind us of who we were. But you are not just your past. You are also your present. You are the person who survived the pain, who endured the loss, who still wakes up every day with hope, even if it's quiet. Letting go might mean visiting a grave with love instead of sorrow. It might mean looking at a photo and smiling instead of crying. It might mean saying, "Thank you for being part of my story, but I don't need to carry the weight anymore." This is your permission to lay it down, to breathe again, to walk forward without the heaviness that has followed you for too long. You're not erasing the past, you're honoring it by no longer letting it steal your present. Letting go isn't easy. It may take time, but every step you take toward peace is a step toward the life you still deserve to live. Because you're not done, your story still has pages to write, and you deserve to write them with joy. Let the past rest. Let your heart rise. Let go. You've carried a lifetime inside you. Memories that shaped you, losses that changed you, silences that protected others, but cost you more than anyone knows. And yet, you're still here, still standing, still loving, still hoping. That emotional weight, it didn't make you weaker. It made you wiser. It taught you endurance. But now, it's time to do something you were never taught to do. Let it go. Let go of the guilt that doesn't belong to you. Let go of the pain that no longer serves your soul. Let go of the belief that your voice no longer matters. Because healing doesn't have an expiration date. And peace isn't just for the young, it's for you too, if you've lived.